Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Tammy Jean.
I'm HDA Pratt.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are the Unearthly Gang. What's on the agenda today?
Okay guys, so today's discussion is going to be on pet peeves. We could just chat about that.
Lauren, you're my pet peeve.
Well, I knew that, but
Yes.
we've captured it on camera, so
We've-
it's fine.
We had a week without you, so can you go away?
Get lost.
No, I'm saying. Just because I know that'll annoy you even more. So I thought, do you know what, I'm staying here. So, I'll start. Shush. So, my main pet peeve, it sounds really trivial, and I'm sure people will agree with me, is noisy eating.
Okay.
You know, when people make noises when they eat.
Like,
yes.
basically you make noises because you don't close your mouth.
Yes, but there's so many aspects to it. Honestly, I'm such a weirdo. But
You've really thought about this.
And like when you sip your tea or coffee and they really slurp it, really slurp that. Really, I immediately like. I'm like, what? Who is doing that?
Don't make that noise.
The
Yeah.
queen or
So.
something.
How dare you, Queenie? Sit down.
But does that not annoy anyone else? If someone
It
sits
does,
there
but I'm really conscious as well when I'm eating, and I feel really bad because sometimes I'll sit there and if you get it's like a certain packet of crisps and they're super crunchy.
Oh yeah.
And super hard. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't eat these around people because they make such a noise.
But it's like when you go to the
like,
cinema. When you go to cinema, I find it's never, you can never really hear it, and then the moment I start eating popcorn is when it's
Yeah.
every time. Like,
But
why?
I don't think popcorn's that noisy. How
Until-
are you eating popcorn to make
I
it sound
suppose
like
if
that?
you're in like a film.
Yeah.
In the cinema.
I don't know if it's my
We
own
hear
It
ears.
echoes though.
Well, that's
doesn't
it. It's because it's where it's meant to be.
Hear all
I don't
the
know if it's my
rushes.
own ears where I'm just like,
Yeah, you
I
can
can
hear
hear it
the
more
sound of
because you're
eating.
eating it. But,
Yeah.
you know, but the noise of, where it's like when they're like, that, because I've been watching Love Island, haven't I? Loser. They were kissing on it the other night, and it's like,
I read something about
but
that.
they keep going,
Yeah.
but they proper keep going.
I did.
I'm like, no one wants to hear that.
Because I read
like,
that
what?
people wrote in and they were like, can you please edit out
They want people
the snogging?
to turn their mics off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's such a
It's not a nice sound. It's not like they're going like, ooh.
It's not
It's like,
no.
it's a proper horrible
it's
sound.
like proper fish kish.
Don't
Fish
do it.
Fish kish.
Fish kish.
Fish kiss.
Fish kish.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
But like another thing is, I'm
You're very passionate
I'm
about
really,
it.
really angry. I'm getting angry talking about it. Do you know what really annoys me?
Really, really annoys me.
And you know, when people like, it sounds really silly, but when they breathe when they eat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, what do you mean?
no, you know exactly. So like they'll sort of be
Make a
chewing, no, they'll
noise.
be chewing, and then they'll just like
Oh, yeah.
really deep breath.
I don't know
at the
why. I
same
feel like
time.
this is an old man thing.
I don't know. I've told my husband.
Do I
feel
do that?
like-
But he's a guy. I don't know if it's a
No,
thing
no,
you
no.
get when you get older, where they can't eat without taking a breath because they suck it in
That's
so
what it
quickly.
is.
You know what I mean? They're like, I have to eat this. I have to breathe while I eat it, otherwise I will not make it through.
And he knows he's doing it because he can feel me looking at him in the back of his head. He's like, if I
He's
turn
like-
around, Lauren is looking at me right now. But yeah, I probably sound like a really old woman saying that actually.
It'd be nice
So
if
do you
you
not
had
like
this.
them?
He's alright.
It's-
He's alright.
So
Me too.
you're not one to watch those videos of where they eat on. So they'll have a microphone and get a cucumber and just take.
Oh, ASMR or something like
Yes.
that?
I watched a
People
documentary.
make
No.
so much money
I don't get it.
just by eating these things in front of the
But it's
camera.
not just eating. Have you
I
seen
don't
that
get
one where she like goes up to the mic and she'll be like, yes, and like they rub the microphone with like a texture or something, and
Oh,
supposedly people
yeah,
get
like a
really
whisper.
funny feelings
No.
on their body because it's the feelings of it.
Yeah, I don't
Supposedly
get it.
everyone has it. You just don't. You have to watch them or listen to them to find out what yours is.
Maybe I'd have to listen to it.
Give it a go, guys, and comment below
Check them
what
out.
your thing is.
No,
Love to know.
I
We like
won't be
interesting.
doing that. Like, I don't know, there is something that, or maybe I have because there's something really satisfying.
My YouTube history is going to be so weird now. Lauren, what have you been looking at?
What is this?
Oh my god. Actually, I watched a disgusting one where it's got a ridiculous amount of views, and it's a lady that Chinese lady like eating like live octopus because they do in China, don't they? They eat. I know.
Oh,
it's
that makes
disgusting.
my neck feel funny.
It's
I don't know why my neck.
and I don't know
It's
why.
going down
I
your
watched
throat.
it.
Do you know what I mean? I can imagine.
But apparently they're live, but they're not
Well,
live. If that makes sense.
Carl watched a video on YouTube and someone was having calamari and they'd eaten it, and at the end they opened their mouth and there was a baby octopus on their tongue because they felt something moving about. So it obviously been in its mum, was born obviously either or some while it was being cooked or eaten and stuff, and then it was in the food. They didn't realise where they were eating it.
I don't like this conversation, guys. It's like,
Let's go dark.
People are just grim. No,
Grim.
that's just wrong.
do you know like when you chop the head off a chicken, it can still live for up to like 3 hours or something? Stupid like
I
that.
don't get that.
But
Chickens
they're
are weird.
dinosaurs.
They are.
No, do you
No,
know if
they're
you pluck,
weird.
you pluck all their feathers and they're alive? Not that I've done
Oh, where is this guy? What have you been
this. No,
doing?
they look like a little dinosaur. Well, because they were all obviously covered in feathers, so they look the way they look.
Do you know
But
what I'm
if they
picturing? They're dodos. I'm picturing Ice Age.
Yeah,
The dodos who go around. The melon.
Oh,
Different subject.
love it. Right, tell me what's yours.
My pet peeve has to be littering.
Yeah.
I absolutely, it makes me furious when I see somebody there, even if it's like the tiniest little piece of paper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You pick that up.
Yeah.
I was going to swear then, but I'm not going to. I absolutely hate it. Why? Just put it in
I
your
know.
pocket. Wait if you have a bin. Hold it in your hand. Wait till there's a bin. You do not need to litter. Seriously.
I know.
There
You
is
don't.
no need for it at
Not
all.
nowadays.
Like-
Well, not ever really. Especially like if it's anything. It just
Yeah.
bugs me if anyone litters anything.
No.
Like, you know what? If you went to either like a concert and it's in like a park, and you turn around, or like we went to fireworks last November.
Oh no! Don't get me
And
started.
it's just everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
how hard is it to walk past the bin or give
I
it to
know.
someone and say, do you have a bin? I need to
Just
put
put
it
it
in the
in your
bin.
bag.
Well, that's
Just
it.
keep
Do it
on
when
with
you
it.
take it
And it's
home.
like people
I
go
know.
into these festivals like Glastonbury and so on.
Yeah.
You've paid to go there. You've paid to have a good time, but you have left that place
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolute. And like I don't see what's
I
the point.
understand-
Is it a park
I understand
or like
going
a,
to them, it's brilliant, and you want to do it,
field
you want to have
or
fun. Yeah, it's just a piece of land, and like there's one festival, I can't remember which one it is, but basically they're either stopping it for a few years or something to let the land grow back because it's so
Not so
damaged because of not just because people are treading on it, but because of how much litter and rubbish. They don't have to hire
and
loads of people
also
after
do
it.
like weave and poos everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
because
everyone
they're
just
drunk
go to the
or
toilet
they're on
whenever
drugs,
they
so
want
they
to.
completely everything.
Because what's the one that's just been?
Glastonbury just.
I actually had this discussion. 'Cause I've never been to a festival or anything.
I've been
like
to
that.
Reading.
I've never been.
Been to Reading.
And I was watching Glastonbury, and I thought if you're right in the middle
Mm.
of that crowd of like, what if you need the toilet?
Oh.
What do you do?
Some people pee in a bottle and then they throw the bottle.
And that's like what them.
Like they've had a drink and then
Right.
and then they'll pee in a bottle and they'll throw that into the crowd because that's supposedly what you really
That's
need to do.
hilarious.
Because obviously they don't want to and they don't want to lose
That's
where they are.
littering and disgusting.
That is just.
All of
Yeah,
it.
it's double all at the same
That's
time.
not even funny though. I get like silly things, you know.
Yeah,
that's
make
just,
a laugh.
That's not.
But they did.
But also,
you
can you
get hit in the
imagine?
head with a bottle
Oh,
of weed.
like,
Like,
so
what
can you
the
imagine?
hell?
That's why some
doing?
places you go, like the O2, you'll buy a drink and they'll take the bottle lid off
Yeah.
and give it to you,
Mm.
and you have to go back to your seat with the bottle but without the lid because it stops people filling it back up and throwing it into the crowds, throwing it into things. That's why they stop it because
Oh.
without that weight of the lid, you're
It
unable to
won't,
kind
like,
of
go
throw it
anywhere,
as
so-
much.
Okay,
If that
it
makes
won't
sense.
it won't travel distances.
Like, and also if you get hit, you're probably going to get hit with the.
Yeah.
Well, that's also
Yeah.
why they make it so like even if it's beer and stuff now, they have to be plastic bottles.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't have a glass bottle, which I completely understand.
Yeah, I get that.
But seriously, you don't need to litter. Learn to bloody recycle.
But it's also like you said earlier when we were talking about it. Teach kids from a young age.
Yes,
Like
yeah, I
do it
was
from the
taught
beginning.
from
Yeah, so was I.
A young
Like,
age.
it's
You
not-
don't
if-
litter.
If you do it from get go, you're not going to have the habit of going, oh, I don't need that front on the floor. Your habit would be, I'll put that in my bag, I'll put it in the bin when I get it. Because if you've already had it in your bag, like if you had a bottle of water in your bag, why would you then throw that bottle on the floor when you could have put it back in your bag and then recycle it or get rid of it properly later
Yeah.
on?
I know.
I always remember growing up, there was two things my dad was so strict on, right? He was like, my dad's not a strict person, he's like the loveliest person ever, but it was, you do not litter and you learn to cross the road, right? And that was like,
Yeah,
and
you
road
said that.
safety now is like a massive thing for my dad.
Yeah.
And if he sees someone litter, he will literally go and pick it up after him because he's that kind of person.
Which
And I kind of
really
feel
cool
like I'm
people
that
like
kind of person as well, because I hate it.
But there's those beaches which are like gorgeous beaches around the world, like really stunning beaches, like pure white sand and all that kind of stuff. And they were so littered from over tourism. It's so bad that they were basically just full piles of litter. So there was this one guy, he didn't have funding, he literally got a few people together and he started on his own, and they literally just went and cleared it up. And it's gorgeous now.
Yes, I heard
It's
about
gorgeous
that.
now, but he's basically trying to do it all the way around. I don't know if it's in India or if it's, I can't
Quite a young
remember where it
bloke
is.
as well.
Really young,
Yeah.
and he's had no for everything. Basically, he has a full-time job because he's got family and everything, and then he goes and does this extra. Like,
I like him.
I will find him and I'll put him on here
Yeah.
because I think that's so amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And he's then made it in a beautiful place again, and the only hope I
He's
have.
built it into an empire as well,
Yeah,
isn't he?
exactly.
Yeah.
He's really trying to, and he's trying to get it everywhere, like globally. And
That's
I think
really good.
the sad thing is that it had to get to that stage, and also I hope that they, after all this effort, people don't then go, oh, this is gorgeous, I'm going to go on holiday here, and then do it again and actually make it all the way bad, because it just makes it sad.
Oh, people.
Well, that
Anyway.
brings it to my one. So you
Pick up your litter.
do it. Well, my one is just, it really
Just people.
just
Humans.
humans. No,
In general.
Everybody.
the way we have treated our planet and the way we're still treating our planet.
Okay, so you're kind of like tagging on.
It comes off of yours
Yes.
massively. Where it's, I mean, when they say, and it's true, the big corporations need to do more,
Yes.
100% more, because if they don't do anything, it's not going to affect it. But every single person can do a little bit.
A little bit.
And it's just habits. A big thing with it is habits, of changing your habits and the way you do things. Like with your bottles, if you're finished with a bottle, cut the top the seal bit up with a pair of scissors.
Okay.
So then that way, if it then ends up in the ocean, which hopefully it won't get
I'm gonna
stuck
start
around
doing
something
that.
or anything
I've
like that.
never thought of doing that
I
yet.
never
Cut it
do
all up
that.
into little pieces and you put them away. Like there's so many little hacks and stuff
Yeah.
everyone can do
Yeah.
to make the world a better place, and I don't think it's that hard to do.
No.
And it just infuriates me that we don't do it. And like even I could go on for days.
Days.
Absolutely.
I read about one
days.
company, you know, like the what beers come in, the bit of plastic that comes in there.
Yeah.
They've made all of theirs out of biodegradable
Yeah.
string, so that the minute that string touches the water, it starts to disintegrate.
Oh, okay. What happens if they've rained on it?
I don't know.
They haven't thought that far forward. Right?
I technically don't know. I'm sure
if
it's
it rained,
like
just screwed, basically.
Don't have your pack of 6 with you.
have a pack of 6 in the rain. It's like, so what? Hold your beers, get over it.
Exactly.
You're such a.
I don't even drink beer.
It's like when you have a Primark bag and it rains.
Oh,
It literally dissolves. And you're like, oh.
oh great.
Don't go
Oh,
shopping.
everyone would see my underwear.
All on the floor, like, oh.
Oh, that's
Pick
new.
this up. Oh, okay.
I'm so happy with
It's
that
never happened
purchase.
to me before.
I always do like to take my own bags. I actually get quite angry at myself if I don't take my own bags.
I get annoyed now when I forget. Like if I'm in a shop and I've gone all the way around and then we've left them in the car and I'm like, by now, like you really.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is me and Carl find is we'll go shopping, we'll get everything we need, we go up to the till, and we've got bags but we haven't got enough bags.
Oh,
So then you
always.
end up having to buy an extra
Yeah.
bag. So you're always ending up still buying one because you never know how much you're going to need or how big they might
Yeah.
be. Which
I have quite a collection.
they're really
Just
useful though,
saying.
so you just try and use
Exactly.
it all as much as you can. Though there was one guy that came into work and his bag was so
Oh.
old.
Are you talking about the stinky one?
Yeah.
Like it actually smells because
Yeah.
it's rotten.
And it's
Ew.
but it's
Oh,
yeah.
the man in the bag.
I think there was a bit of both.
And
Bit of both, yeah.
But it's like, you know, is it Sainsbury's? Sainsbury's original bags. Not the 5p ones, the ones before they even started doing the ones that you had to buy for 5p. It was one of those.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's
good for you,
actually-
mate. But why don't you
yeah.
get one that you can use, like one of the bigger ones?
Yeah, like a
Just buy one of
shoppers
them.
I bring my shoppers
and that's
everywhere. I'm that sad person.
No, I like to bring my
Bring
shopping
mine
bags everywhere.
everywhere.
Like,
I'm really sad. This is how sad I was, right? In Asda the other day, I treated myself to a cool bag. A cool bag, shopper's bag. I was so excited about that. £1.50 purchase.
I'll tell your mum now, can't you?
Yeah.
That's very
That's how my
exciting.
life is.
Oh my god, I got a new bag.
My clothes from Primark and my Asda shopping cooling bags.
What a life you lead.
I know, you're just jealous.
Totally.
Totally. Oh, I need a life.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. That's end of Pet Peeves. If you want to put in your comments below what your pet peeves are, we'd be really interested to find out, and we could even maybe discuss some
The
more.
weirder the better.
Yeah.
She likes weirdos.
Love a bit of weird.
But don't forget to click that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell. And don't forget to hit that like button. We want to get this video to 7 likes if we can. And don't forget to share this to all the world and your friends, because why not? We love you, we love the world. Well, I don't like people actually. But anyway.
We love the world.
Save the world,
Yeah.
don't litter,
Anyway,
and don't eat
guys.
loudly.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.